Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So this is my best friend Hayley. So we went to the Gold Coast on the weekend and I decided I'd film me doing her makeup. I usually do her makeup for nights out, so I thought I may as well take the opportunity and film it this time. So let's just jump right in. I'm starting off with the Kat Von D Locket Tattoo Foundation in the shade Medium 54. Hayley had already moisturized and primed her face before applying this, just to create a nice smooth base for the foundation application. Now this foundation is my absolute favorite foundation to go out in. It's amazingly full coverage. It's definitely 100% sweat proof. As the name suggests, it does cover tattoos. So it is a perfect makeup to wear out when you know you're going to be dancing and sweating off your makeup, because it will literally not budge. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Light. Now this was the first time using this concealer and I loved it. It was so hydrating under the eyes. It kept them really bright under there and it was really full coverage but a really thin consistency, which was really nice to work with. Now to set the areas where I've concealed, I'll be going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm taking the banana shade and the lightest whiter shade. The banana shade is meant to conceal the darker circles under your eyes, and the whiter shade is to keep it nice and bright under the eyes. So I mix the two because often the banana shade can come off a little too yellow on my skin tone, and I know a lot of other people's skin tones as well. So I just mix the two just to make the perfect colour and to make sure that the under eyes do stay really nice and bright. Once I've set the concealed areas, I'm going in with the loose translucent powder by Mercier on the rest of my face, just to settle that foundation down. This is a great translucent powder to use when you want something that's going to keep your face matte all day and all night. Now I'm just filling in the brows. I'm using my Face of Australia High Definition Brow Kit as usual. I'm just using the lighter shade for the front of Hayley's brows and the darker shade for the tail, as usual, as I do on my own brows, just because I like to create that ombre effect and I just feel it looks more natural this way. After I've finished filling in the brows with a powder, I always like to go in with a brow setting gel. This one by Chi Chi is my favorite. It's the Fibre Brow and I have the color Taupe. It has colored fibers in it, so it actually fills in the sparse areas that you may have missed with the powder. Now going back in with the Kat Von D palette and I'm just contouring the face. I'm just using this big blush brush because I'm more bronzing up the face and contouring at the same time. I do go in with a more of a precision brush later on, as you'll see, but I'm just taking the two lighter shades in the palette and just running this all around the perimeter of the face as well as down the sides of the nose. I do always contour the nose. Some people don't, but I just think that it looks best. So I always just run some bronzer down the sides of my nose and at the very tip. And then I'll blend it out with some lighter powders, as you'll see in this clip. And I just feel like it just brings the whole look together. Next, we've got blush. I'm using the Nars blush in the shade Lustre. It's a really nice corally pink shade with a lot of shimmer to it. It's not really a shimmer, it's more of a sheen, but it just catches the light on the cheeks and looks really pretty. Next, for my favorite part, highlighting. First, I'm taking this Josie Maran highlighting stick, I believe it's called, and I'm just using a little stippling brush and stippling it on the highest points of the face. So what I love to do for a really intense highlight look is take a cream or a liquid highlight and put that on the highest points of your face first, and then lay down a powder highlight to set that cream or liquid, and it just gives it so much more dimension and it just adds a whole different level of highlight to your face. It's insane. Now to set that cream highlight, I'm going in with the one and only Jefree Star Skin Frost in the shade King Tut. Now moving right along to the eyes, I'm using the Tarteist In Bloom Clay Palette, I believe it's called. And I'm just taking the shades Rebel and Leader. So I'm starting with the shade Rebel. It's like a lighter pinky transition shade, and I'm bringing that right through Hayley's crease with a big fluffy brush. And then I'm taking the shade Leader on a smaller brush to darken the crease, and also I'm bringing it under the bottom lash line to create a more smoky effect. I'm sorry I don't actually have a clip of the palette, guys. This is actually Hayley's palette and I forgot to film one when we were away together on the weekend. So I'm just trying to remember the colours and hopefully you guys can deal with that. Next, I'm taking this single Inglot shadow, and it's a really nice, like, shimmery maroon shade, I would say. I'm just taking a flat shader brush and packing that all over the lid until I've got the desired pigmentation that I'd like. Then I'm just going in with the Balm Nude'Tude palette and taking the shade Sexy. It's a really deep, smoky maroon sort of shade. It's one of my go-to shades when I'm going out at night. It's so beautiful. And I'm just running that through the crease again just to darken it a little bit, as well as a little bit under the bottom lash line. Just for an inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight, I'm using the Jefree Star King Tarte highlighter again. For lashes, I'm taking these really nice fluffy ones from the brand Velour. I believe Hayley just picked them up from Priceline. They're pretty handy. They're pre-glued. We did add a little bit of glue on them, but they stuck really well. So I definitely would recommend these ones. To finish off the look, we'll move on to the lips. I'm just taking the LAGirl Auto Lip Liner in the shade Berries. And then I'll be filling in the lips with the Australis Velour Lips lipstick, liquid lipstick, whatever it's called, in the shade Dubai. So that is the finished look today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We just went for something super smoky and sultry, perfect for a girl's night out. I had so much fun filming it, and I know Hayley will definitely be in more videos of mine in the future. If you did enjoy it, please help me out and give me a massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.